Hey guys, just in Carbonera at the moment. You can see 803 there behind me. She's in sad shape. But today's going to be a little bit of a different video for you. Over the past summer, I just want to give a thumbs up to the great work being done by the CBN Trailway here in Carbonera and surrounding areas. There's a bunch of different groups going around clearing out the old track beds, the bushes and the trees, and upgrading washouts and stuff. And well, I want to put this video dedicated to the boys. They're doing awesome work, and I just want to show you around today. And I just figured the best spot to start this little hike would be here. Start at CN 803 here in Carbonera's old rail yard. And it was all started by one guy, and that would be Adam Hindi here in Carbonera, and him and his awesome group has done quite the job, I got to say. I've seen a lot of it. They got a Facebook group and that, and I suggest you go check it out. It's called CBN Trailway. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. Well guys, I'm Bristol's Hope, using the GoPro Hero. just for development. I got the camera when I use it. But I'm in Bristol's Hope, and at the moment I want to check out the old washout that's been here for many years. I've done videos of this washout a few times now, and at the time, the last video I was here, if you can remember, there's remains of an old trestle, just actual stumps. The supports for the old trestle was there at the time. But it's really interesting to see what exactly the boys got done with it here. And so far, you know, looking down the track, the way it's wide right now, this is the way I remember it when I was younger. Track bed was always cut back like this. It was always kept back. I mean, I can picture right now, I can picture the rails down, walking along the tracks. This is what the old rail bed used to look like. It's amazing to see it like this again. You see such awesome work done here. It's wow. Boys, you've done an awesome job. Just from what I've seen so far, and the road is only literally right there. And you already got me very impressed so far. Wicked. This is the way I remember it. This is the way I remember the old track bed here in Carbonera, in Bristol's Hope area. In Carbonera, Bristol's Hope, the rail bed was always cut back like this. It's awesome to see it like it again.
Steel rails, chasing sunshine round the bend, winding through the trees like a ribbon in the wind. I don't mind not knowing what lies down the track, 'cause I'm looking out ahead to keep my mind from turning back. It's not the first time I found myself alone at dawn. If I really had you once, then I'd still have you when I'm gone. Whistle blowing, lonesome in my mind, calling me along that never-ending double line. Steel rails, chasing sunshine round the bend, winding through the trees like a ribbon in the wind. I don't mind not knowing what lies down the track, 'cause I'm looking out ahead to keep my mind from turning back. The sun is shining through the open boxcar door, lying in my mind with the things I've known before. And I've lost count of all the hours and days and time. Just the rhythm of the rails keeps the motion in my mind. Steel rails, chasing sunshine round the bend, winding through the trees like a ribbon in the wind. I don't mind not knowing what lies down the track, 'cause I'm looking out ahead to keep my mind from turning back. 'Cause I'm looking out ahead to keep my mind from turning back.
Awesome job. I was just here, Bristol's Hope, where the old washout was, it was repaired. And there's already a couple of bikers there having a picnic on the picnic table there. As they're doing an awesome job here. I won't disturb them as much. I'd love to go down and check out what you got done down there. But this is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Every time I hear a whistle whine from a lonesome locomotive coming down the line, it carries my mind away to another place and time, when train traveling across the land was the only way to fly. Am I a fool to think it glamorous? Boxcarring like a hobo, it must have been rough, but a simpler way of life is what it really means to me. When we weren't so dependent on money to be free. I hear you, train, are you traveling my way? Won't you let me ride your rails right back to yesterday? Who knows what I could see from that old time machine? But there you go again, train traveling. There you go again, train traveling. I'm lying on a rotten wooden floor, smell yesterday's whiskey here rattling at the door. A railroad man looking for me, I'm scared as I can be. I open my eyes and realize it's just another dream. I hear you, train, are you traveling my way? Won't you let me ride your rails right back to yesterday? Who knows what I could see from that old time machine? But there you go again, train traveling. Yeah, there you go again, train traveling.
Awesome job, boys. Like I said, this is exactly how I remember the old rail bed. Minus the tracks.
I'm Anthony Griffin and I'm with the Conception Bay North Trailway Group. We focus on the upkeep and the maintaining of the trailway networks that we have in the Conception Bay North area. We're in Carbonear right now along the old Harbour Grace branch line, which ran from Harbour Grace to Carbonear. It was built in the 1880s, and this section here was done within the last couple of months. I think we started work here in July or August, where we cut out the whole thing with brush saws and clippers and chainsaws, and then later we had a big event where dozens of people come in, and we dragged out all the old garbage and cars and trucks that was in here, and we threw that all in a Nuco dumpster. And then after that we had a excavator come in, and we completely went through all the way from Fox Farm Road just up that way down to Forest Road over there in that direction, and we filled in any washouts. So we pulled up lots of rocks, and there was a section that was washed out there completely where there used to one time there was a trestle. There's nothing there then. Now we got that completely filled in with a culvert now. And we doing a lot of work, and there's lots of groups. Carbonear being the epicenter. There's a crowd up in Clark's Beach working hard and tirelessly. There's now a crowd, I believe, in Harbour Grace doing work up there. And then there's a crowd in Lower Island Cove down the shore that's doing a tremendous job of clearing out the trails. They're going through with the brush saws, and they got a Kubota down there, and they're doing an absolutely fantastic job. So this group, the Conception Bay North Trailway, which was formerly called the Carbonear Trailway Group, and then before that it was Carbonear and Area Trailway Maintenance on Facebook. It was originally started in 2017 by Adam Hindy, who lives here in Carbonear. He's been the main man behind this whole operation. He's been in communication with the Newfoundland Trailway Association group, and he's got a lot of pointers. We pointed in the right direction, and he's been the one that's just organizing everything. He's doing a tremendous job. And he started it in 2017. I started it in November of 2019. I started down on the lower track there in the valley, and we cut out roughly a kilometer of track, just me and him and a couple other people who stop by every now and then. Someone will stop by. But since then, in 2020, we all up along the north side track on the Beta Verde branch line there. And when we started doing that, other people started to get involved. We had a couple of regulars in with us for that entire venture up there. And since then, the popularity of our group has increased, and we get a lot more people coming around. I mean, in here where we were working at this, we'd have 4 and 5 people working on the trailway maintenance, like cutting it out every day. And then when we did the big cleanup, we had a couple of dozen people. And lately, since we started over on the south side in Carbonear going towards Bristol's Hope, we had gee, I don't know, I was only there for half a day, but we had a fine crowd. I think there was 8 there when I was there alone. Now Adam told me, he said there was more people there in the morning who didn't show up in the afternoon. But we were hammered down the whole day, and we got almost half a kilometer of track done up there, and that was in one day alone. It was a a record for a day's work. So I started with the group in last November, but I had joined a group on Facebook in sometime in 2018. I'm not sure exactly when, roughly when they were putting the interchange in there, the new interchange down in the valley. When because I noticed there was a post shared on Facebook about this brand new culvert put under the highway for the machines to run through that. So because before that we were crossing over the highway, which was pretty dangerous. And after seeing so many posts that Adam Hindy posted on Facebook, I said, I'd like to get in on that. A few years before that, I was up on the hill over that way in that direction, cutting out several trails by myself. I had a couple of my buddies give me a hand. It was more like something to do, but it wasn't part of the trailway. It was just old woods trails somewhere that might have headed to another trail, like just a different route to take away from the norm. But yeah, I saw all these posts on Facebook, and I messaged Adam on Facebook, and I said, like, you know, I'd like to get a part of this. Looks like a bit of fun doing this. And he said, yeah, you come in now sometime the week. I'll be in whenever. So I went in one afternoon after school, and I was there with him till 5 o'clock-ish. And I don't know, I fell in love with doing the work and being a part of it after that. And I've come back pretty much every time. Like it's a great thing to be a part of, and then you see everybody else enjoying it. Like there's a crowd coming down on the bikes there now. I mean, we're seeing so many people on trails, so many more people than there ever was before, and it's nice to see that you're making a difference, you know. And there's so many people enjoying it. It's a really great feeling.
And I guess that's what it's all about. Make it safe for the bikers.
Yeah. Well, not just the bikers. It's all multi-use. If you want to walk it like what we're doing now, that's great. And we love to see people. You see a lot more people out walking the trails than what you did before. And in the winter on the skidoos and all the snowmobiles. And if people want to come out and walk their dog, we've come across, well, I shouldn't say we come across, tons of people walking their dogs have come across us while we're doing our work. And if you want to come out on a horse, this is great for horseback riding out around in the country. It's all about multi-use and getting as many people out of their houses and in the woods and enjoying the fresh air. That's what it's all about. If you're interested at all, and if you're wanting to join us, wanting to help us, you can come along anytime that we're doing a bit of work. You can join the groups on Facebook. There's the CBN Trailway on Facebook. There's also the Clark's Beach and Area Trailway Maintenance. And then there's Harbour Grace Trailway as well. It'll be great. We'd love to see extra hands. It's not as much work as you might think it is, but it's a great bit of fun, and you're out with a bunch of people.
Come all you rounders if you want to hear the story about a brave engineer. Casey Jones was the roller's name. On a 6-8 wheeler, boys, he rode to fame. Caller called Casey about 4:30. He kissed his wife at the station door. He climbed in the cabin with his orders in his hand. Said, "This is the trip to the promised land." Casey Jones climbed in the cabin. Casey Jones, orders in his hand. Casey Jones, leaning out the window, making a trip to the promised land.